Okay. What, via the board? My name is Shaki, and I'm Aisata's Buki brother. And just to explain, Buki, for those of you who don't know, is a slang word for, it kind of means strange, but it's a bit closer to quirky. It's like in between quirky and strange.
It's more subtle than strange. It's more like when something is,
slightly sort of not quite normal, not quite aligned. And this is how Shaki has always been since childhood, but in a good way. And this is how we would think of him. So I'm Aisata's Buki brother. And then I decided to be nice. So I put that I'm a loyal person because I think Shaki is a very loyal person, and the friends he makes, he always just keeps, for life, and will always be loyal to siblings and friends. And once Shaki has decided that someone is a friend, speak badly about that person, really kick someone out of his life or whatever, because once he's decided, okay, this person is in my life, this person is a friend, then it takes a lot for that to change. And I think that's a characteristic of loyalty. And then I put my favourite sport is football, which I think is correct.
It's the spelling.
Well, I thought, is this correct? So I thought your favourite player is Messi.
No way. It's Messi.
Okay, I knew I was spelling it wrong, but I didn't know.
No, it would be Thierry Henry or Bukayo Saka.
Okay, I've heard you mention both these people.
No, he's probably the best.
So I don't know football or football players very well. So I just was like, oh, I've heard Shaki mention him a few times, maybe.
Yes, unfortunately he plays for Tottenham. Unfortunately, but I really like him as a player, and I think he seems like lovely.
Oh, the best part of me is I put my spirited involvement in games, because I think Shaki has such a great competitive energy in games and really gets into them and really enjoys playing them. And as someone who loves games, I think that's the personality you want in a game, like someone who's involved and competitive, but not in a nasty way, like in a fun way. And so I thought this was a good part of Shaki, because this is what I experience when we are together as a family, go home for Christmas, is Shaki's involvement in the games. And you can always get Shaki to play a game. Always play. You never say no. No, we just play a lot of games as a family.
Yeah. And probably of the siblings, I say the two of us are the ones who play games the most. As in like word games and board games and like chess and Monopoly and anything. I don't know, we're just the ones who play the most.
Oh, I saved Aisata's phone number as Satsbeer Norton. Or it might be Sats or Sata. But I feel like at one point it was definitely Satsbeer Norton.
Yeah.
This is like one of my nicknames from only Shaki and my other brother Brimer call me this.
Yeah.
But
I think I only have it saved as Sata. Just like Sata. That's what I always call it.
The thing that makes me happy is I put the brown keep free in the schedule, which basically means we have an online schedule that tells us what we're doing. And if the schedule is coloured in brown and it says keep free, that means you're free. And I think that makes you happy when you see that. My secret that I've never told anyone is I watch Love Island. Because you don't watch it every year, but you do love to watch Love Island. I don't know if people here will know what Love Island is. It's a reality TV show where young people in their 20s go to an island and they all couple up with each other, and it's all about like the dramas of their relationships, and then at the end one couple wins. So it's very light reality TV.
It's very silly, but it's
very addictive. Yeah,
it's like watching a zoo or something, and like seeing how they interact. It's really it's fun.
And then what's last? Oh, I put if I weren't a musician, I would have become a footballer.
I definitely, I think I would have to have. Well, I mean, now it's too late.
I don't know.
No, I think, but when I was younger, for sure, like I could have imagined doing that if I didn't have the cello. Hello, I'm Aisata. I am Shaki's wife, sister, I would say. She's someone who thinks about things a lot, and if I have a genuine question, I think you can always have a very, very good conversation and like a thoughtful conversation with Aisata. I'm a very competitive person. I think it comes out in games, but also just in anything.
In general.
In general, which I like because I'm also a very competitive person, and so I think together we.
Maybe that's why we play games the most.
I think that's what it is, and I think it's always in a. I think we both enjoy the feeling of winning rather than seeing other people losing. I think that's what like spurs on your competitiveness, and I like that. I think like the feeling of like I don't know, like being really good at something. I think that's like what drives. I also love listening to Beyonce's music. I would say is true. I don't actually know a lot of Beyonce's music, but I think the music that I do know of hers is all, really, really amazing. I think she's a great,
great singer,
a great musician. It's not my personal preference, but I think she's, has inspired you and your sisters as well.
Yeah, that's definitely what I would have written as well. And she's just one of my, in terms of a non-classical musician, she's my favourite. And I went to see her live recently, and I think she just is so generous with her audiences, and she really commands the room, and also just has such a unbelievable presence. And I feel like she's really she really thinks about everything she puts out there. And I also feel like she's a very competitive person in terms of with herself and in terms of...
The best part of me is my mind, I would say. Well, because I think that, I've always been impressed by the speed in which things operate inside there, which of course comes out in your fingers when you play the piano and when you read and all those kinds of things. But I think it's high and quick frequency, and has always been since a child. So that's something that's been, like, I guess, consistently.
Your answers are so much better.
I think shakes would be what you'd say.
Yeah, I think it is shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how you'd spell it.
That's exactly how I'd spell it. Yeah.
That's my nickname mostly. The thing that makes me happy is fruit. You're always eating fruit, and like when there is nice fruit, I don't know, for example, like a breakfast in a hotel, that's the thing that you're most excited about. We had in Singapore, we had a fruit that we didn't like. It was durian.
That didn't make me happy.
I think because it doesn't have like a fresh fruity taste.
It doesn't taste fruity, it tastes meaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, every other fruit, like grapes.
Yeah. Kiwi, pineapple.
The secret that I've never, well, maybe not never told anyone, but you can't tie shoelaces.
I kind of can.
Can't tie. If I weren't a musician, I would have become. I actually don't know, because a writer, but not necessarily of. I don't know. It could be of any subject that you're interested in. So maybe writer. I would put, or something else in the arts, like dancer, or in musical theatre. That would still be kind of in the musician realm.
Yeah.
So I didn't
fill it in.
I didn't fill it in because I didn't have like a definitive for sure.
Yeah. I think there isn't a definitive for sure. I think I would maybe have done something in the acting, dancing, singing, musically realm, or maybe writing about something. The first one, the other creative things, are things I would have had to train for, again, from the age of a young age. So again, it's like too late.
Yes.
And I wouldn't actually choose that over music. It's just in a different life if I weren't doing music then. I would definitely want to do something creative. Yeah. But it wouldn't be like one thing, it would be like something creative. So this is probably a good answer.